Hey there, have you ever found yourself in a rook endgame down a pawn and think that you are completely lost? Well, there's actually a way to draw this position. It's called the Philidor position. While grandmasters don't often get this game because they usually agree to a draw before they have it on the board, knowledge about this position could save you in a game one day. But for this position to be a draw, there has to be a couple of conditions. First, the pawn must be on or before the 4th rank, or 5th rank if white is the one with the extra pawn. If it's further, then it could be a win for the attacking side. Secondly, the defending king must be on the square the pawn is trying to promote on to take away squares from the opposing king. So, how do we draw this position? Well, the idea is you want to be able to give checks infinitely so that black has no more opportunities to win the pawn. But if you start trying to give checks now, the black king can hide behind his pawn, and that could lead to a win for black. Not always. There are still ways to draw this position, but doing what I'm about to tell you makes it far simpler. Therefore, we must essentially wait for black to take away his own cover by moving the pawn to the 3rd rank. However, you must also ensure that black cannot move his king to the 3rd rank, or else it could also result in a losing position. Therefore, you move your rook to the 3rd rank to take away any forward squares for the king. If you get this position, your drawing chances are 100%, if you just keep playing it right. Now, your goal is to keep the rook on the 3rd rank until they advance their pawn. If their king attacks your rook, just keep it on the 3rd rank, don't ever move it away. If they give checks with their rooks, you're not playing for a win, so if there is 3-fold repetition, that's also completely fine. But the moment your opponent advances the pawn, now you strike. You move the rook all the way to the back rank. Notice that your king cuts off all the squares for the opposing king to move forwards to protect the pawn. That's why it's so important to have the king on the square of promotion. Once again, we aren't scared of endless rook checks because a draw is what we want. If black now tries to advance their king, you just keep giving checks, and the black king has nowhere to hide. If black tries to run away to your rook, then you can actually just win their pawn, and it's even easier to draw this position.